Hey everyone, you're watching Big Drone Flyer 77. When we return, we have the UDI RC. This is the Drocon version. This is the A818A Plus-W Traveler right after this. Hey, welcome back everyone. Donnie here, and thank you for joining me today on this edition of Big Drone Flyer 77. Hey, so I went ahead and got everything out of the box. This thing's pretty big, so I'm actually doing the review. I had to put the tripod up pretty high just to get this whole drone in here so you could see with my hand how big this thing is with the circular cage around it. I did already take this for a flight, which you'll see in just a few minutes, and it's a good flyer, but I do apologize I didn't do the headless mode. So I didn't do that. It was windy. I never use headless mode, but I did try it on a previous flight and it did work, but I apologize it's not in the video. So let's get into it. Here's the manual. So this one's really well detailed, every single part on this, so which is really nice. So you got 4 extra props. So it does come with 4 extra props. You have your battery here, which is proprietary, and this one is a 7.4 volt 1000 milliamp. So this one here is supposed to get you around 15-minute flight is what they say, but I believe it's probably, I think it was like around 12 or 13 minutes, so which wasn't bad, you guys. So you do have a charger here, which this one's, it's kind of a weird charger, but it goes and slides on, let's see, like this. There you go, and then you just plug this into your computer or a wall socket to plug into the side of the house there. So, but pretty simple. It's got a little light on here that lights up, lets you know when it's done charging. Got your screwdriver, Allen wrench. I believe the Allen wrench is for the propellers. And you got 4 extra caps for the top, so in case you lose a cap or you crash. Then you got your USB. This one is a little for your SD card, so that way you can plug it into your computer or laptop. So this just pops off like this. Then you just put the memory card in here. So the memory card's actually located right here in the camera itself, which this just clicks down and then releases the memory card, which is 8 GB, and it's a SanDisk, which is a pretty good card. The camera you do have to mount on yourself, same with the micro C plug here on both ends. So it's double micro C cable, so one goes in the drone, one goes in back of the camera, and this just slides on, snaps right in, so it's real easy, you guys. So the camera itself is a 720 HD camera with 120 I believe it's 120 range of view, so which ain't too bad. It's all right. It's just a toy, you guys, so it's just something to kind of, you know, get a glimpse of, you know, take a quick snapshot or maybe a quick little video for kids. This is just a beginner's quad, which this one is been updated, so you know, makes it a nicer version from what I heard from the original one. So but the battery right here actually just slides with this picture right here up, just slides right in, and then you got your power buttons right up here, and you just hold it for a few seconds, turns on the drone. Okay, and then for the controller, they give you a little startup kit here, which is pretty nice. So it's, you know, it labels everything, all the buttons, what they're for, just a little quick guide. So what's nice is when this thing gets out of range, the controller will beep, or if your battery gets low, the controller will start beeping. So that makes it pretty nice. So these antennas are fake, they're just for looks. This is where you put your phone at, okay, and then this little piece folds down. Alright, you can slide your phone in there, and it holds a pretty good sized phone because this one stretches out pretty far. So these buttons right here are dummy buttons. They're in no use at all. And then back here you have your trim button and then your high and low button for your rates of speed. So it only has 2 rates of speed. The trim's really easy. You'll just hold down on this button, and whichever way you need to trim it. So if you need to trim it forward or backwards, left or right, you just hold it until you need as much trim as you need, and then let go of the button and it'll set it. Alright, you can't push down on these. They don't do anything. There's no flip there. You got the headless mode, 1 key takeoff, 1 key land, but I believe you have to arm it first, and then I think you press the takeoff button and then it'll take off, but don't quote me. I'll show you on the video of the flight. So, but that's basically it, you guys. So let me just roll that film of the flight and let you guys see for yourself. So enjoy. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I'm out here for a test flight with the UDI RC Traveler. This is the Drocon version. So this has been out for a few years for UDI RC. Drocon took over and started selling these as well. So I seen that come out last year. So I'm going to give it a test flight. This was sent to me by Drocon, so we'll see how well this thing flies, and then we'll check out the little camera here. I got the camera all set up. It's got a little SD card, 8 GB that they supply. It's right there in the side here. So I'm going to go ahead and fire this thing up, turn on the Wi-Fi app. With this one, you can only start the recording from the app itself. There's no button to start the recording, so let me go ahead and turn this thing on, which the power button's right up underneath here. Alright, lights came on. Let me turn the controller on. I'm going to go ahead and bind it up, down. Okay, it bound. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the Wi-Fi. I know you guys won't be able to see this. See if I can get in the shade, but I don't think you guys are going to be able to see this at all. But it'll say UDI RC, so it's finding the Wi-Fi connection. So alright, it's connected. So let me get out of there. Let me find the app, which is Flying C. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's Flying C is the name of the app. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the app. I'm going to press control. Alright, so we do have the camera on. So you also have to calibrate this through the app as well. So to calibrate this, you got to get on the virtual stick, because for some reason the remote control is not calibrating it. So you go on the virtual stick, go in the bottom corner, left hand bottom corner here for a second. That should calibrate it. I'm going to get back out of the virtual sticks by going back home, go back on control. Okay, so now we're back to just controller, so it should be calibrated. You have to start the film by pressing it here on the phone itself. So it is recording, so I'm going to go ahead and do 1 key takeoff. Alright, the wind's blowing, so I got some wind coming from behind me right now. You can adjust the trim from the back here. There's a trim button. So what you have to do is you got to hold the trim button and press the stick back if you want it to trim backwards, or hold it to the right, left, or forward, whichever way you need to trim it. So alright, let me try trimming a little more. Can't do too much, because when I circle around to come back the other way, it's gonna not give it as much thrust. So alright, you got your high and low button here on the back, on the right hand side in the back. I'm in low right now. Just kind of check it out. Coming up to me. Just want to kind of take a look at this thing. So low isn't too bad. Let's try high. Alright, here's the second rate. So I believe it's only 2 rates of speed. Yeah, just 2 rates of speed. So I'm going to keep it in high rate, test it out, and see how well this thing flies. There's nothing really much here to this one. It's just a regular flyer, you guys, so it's good for beginners. It's not very fast, so it's kind of having a hard time pushing that wind that's coming towards it now as it's coming back towards me. So far the Wi-Fi feed is a little choppy, but that's normal with Wi-Fi FPV, so it does freeze up quite a bit, you guys. So hopefully the SD card will come out nice. Hopefully they'll have some good 720p film on it. At least I'm hoping. I don't want to go too high because I don't want to lose this thing, get caught up in that little wind stream above this tree line. So far so good. It's not too bad of a flyer. You can do, I believe, 360 flips on this, but I think, so don't quote me on this, I'm not too sure. I think it's through the app, so I don't see any buttons for it. I see just a VR button, but I don't see any I don't see no flip button on here. So, and these two buttons are dead buttons. There's nothing for those buttons at all. So this is just a basic altitude hold flyer right here, you guys. There's nothing nothing too much to it. We're just gonna see how long it flies for. You only get the one battery, so you would have to definitely order another battery to get a couple good flights in, because I think this thing only flies for about 10 minutes or so. But it seems like it's doing okay. I always worried about it because of those big old enclosed prop guards there that it has. You know, they're pretty flimsy and they flop around a little bit, so that you're going to get some it's definitely going to catch some wind. So yeah, I don't see no 3D flip. I thought there was. Looks like there's a point of interest, but I don't know if I want to try that out here. Let's see when I press onto it. Yeah, this one you have to kind of, I can try a circle right here. So it's going on its own, and it is not doing the circle that I told it to. So far that doesn't look like that works. I could try it again and see, draw another circle, but no, it is not going anywhere, and it doesn't say anything about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut that off. Let's shut that off. But yeah, I thought there was 3D flips on here, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, there's no button for it, so I guess it doesn't do that. Well, it's not a bad little flyer. Definitely be perfect for someone that's beginning. So it's not very fast, pretty slow. Wind's picking it up there a little bit. Right over my head. Look at that. So it holds the altitude pretty good. I don't see it trying to dig itself down, so it doesn't try to lose altitude. The only reason why it's losing it right there is because the wind's pushing it down, since the wind's blowing that way. So, well, so far so good, you guys. It's not bad. It's an older model, but looks like it's pretty fun. At least it's fun flying. It's not too bad at all. This is one you just go and charge up real quick and just throw it up in the air and start flying. And it's slow enough to where it won't get away from you. Yeah, it's starting to lose altitude, so I don't know if it's, yeah, it's going down, so I don't know if the battery must be getting low. I'm going to go ahead and shut off the film. Stop recording. See if I could take a picture here. If I can get this thing lined up here, take a picture. Take another one. Yeah, I could tell the battery's getting low because it's definitely starting to lose altitude and it's not staying up as well now. Yep. Definitely got slower. So now we'll just kind of go for the time now. I'll shut the video off. Yeah, I'm starting to dive down again. It does show what the height is. Right now it's saying that I'm about 6 meters up. So it does give you a little bit of telemetry there, which is nice. But it doesn't give you the range. It only gives you the height, so about 6.5 meters up. The wind's catching in there. It's coming down right now. Yeah, it's definitely not wanting to hold. Alright, let me bring it back here and let me land. Well, let's see. I'm going to try to let it go until the battery runs out. So it's starting to just drop out of the sky when the battery gets low. It says it's 19% and causing it to drop. So you got telemetry of the battery as well. So 18%. So it's gonna be done here in just another, yeah, I can't even, there, it's barely lifting altitude right now. So when you get it about 20%, definitely keep it close to you because it's gonna start coming down, you guys. So there's 17%. It's trying to fight the wind blowing at it. It's still holding on. Still trying to go. It's barely going. It's going super slow now. That's full pitch forward. So it is definitely coming down. We're at 16% left. It's still hanging up. There goes the low battery warning. So 14%. It starts making the sound, and there it goes. That's it. As soon as you hear that thing buzz, let me shut that off. So we got 14%. It's about 15% that starts beeping, 14 to 15%, and the controller vibrates. So once it does that, you pretty much better bring it down right away, you guys, or it's just going to come to a crash landing. It don't even automatically glide down, so it's just going to drop, you guys. So. But anyways, I sure appreciate it, DroneCon, for sending this out to me for review. I enjoyed it. It's not bad. It's a good little beginner flyer, you guys. So, you know, definitely good for the kids and stuff like that. So I'm not going to be able to give you that good of a range, but as you can see, I probably went about 20 meters or so out and had no problems at all. I didn't want to go any further because of the trees there. So, all right, you guys, sure appreciate you watching. Like always, God bless, cheers, and happy flying.